Database connection is MySQL object oriented connection. Server name localhost, username root, password blank, DB name MyDB. In the create connection, $con is equal to new MySQL server name, username, password, and DB name. Present. Create connection with same. If DB name is not present, then con new MySQL server name, username, means we will add DB name later. Con new MySQL server name, username, password. Okay. Then check connection. For the check connection, if $con connect underscore error, then die function connect fail, connection fail, and $con connect error, that will be echo. For the create database SQL string, that create database and database name MyDBO. If $con query, that SQL string is equal to true, echo database created successfully, else error creating database, and that error will be echo. Okay. These are the MySQL object oriented, and for the connection close, $con close, that will close the connection. To get the last insert ID, $con insert underscore ID, that will give the last inserted ID. For the MySQL procedure oriented, that server name localhost, username root, password if any, DB name MyDB. Create connection, then MySQL underscore connect, then server name, username, password, DB name, same as the object oriented, only here is a new MySQL, and here MySQL underscore connect. If DB name not passing in same connection creation, then we only $con MySQL underscore connect, server name, username, password. Okay. Then check connection, not con, then die connection fail, MySQL connect, MySQL underscore connect underscore error, that will be show the errors. Create database SQL, $SQL create database MyDBO, MySQL underscore query, connection object, and then string. If database created successfully, query is run, and database created successfully, otherwise echo the error creating database and MySQL underscore error, and that connection object, that will use the error. MySQL for closing the connection, MySQL underscore close, and that connection. For the last ID, MySQL underscore insert underscore ID, MySQL underscore insert underscore ID, and that connection object, that will give the last inserted ID. Okay. And next connection PDO, same server name localhost, username root, password if any, otherwise blank, DB name MyDB PDO. Okay. Here we using the try catch in getting the exception handling. For the try, $con new PDO MySQL :host is equal to server name semicolon, DB name is equal to DB name variable, that all in the code. Okay. Then comma, and username and password. If we not passing this DB name with same connection creation, at the same time DB name will be selected later also. So $con new PDO MySQL host server name, that all in the double quote, and username and password. It is MySQL :host is equal to server name semicolon, DB name is equal to DB name variable. Set the PDO error mode to execution. $con set attributes PDO attr error mode, PDO error mode exceptions. Then we check the query SQL create database in MyDBO or execute $con exec and that SQL string. Echo database created that we have in the try-out database created successfully. If any error, that will be catch and that will be showing in the SQL string and that the error message $e exception object and get message. For the PDO connection close, that variable will be assigned as is equal to null. And for last insert ID connection object, last insert ID, that will give the last inserted ID. It is I is capital, also ID I is capital. That gives the last inserted ID. Okay, we will check the queries. Create table queries. Create table my guest ID int 6 unsigned auto increment primary key first name varchar 30 not null last name varchar 30 not null email varchar 50 register date is timestamp default current timestamp on update current timestamp means by using this when the data will be inserted that current timestamp will be saved in this register date. And if the data will be updated, then also that current timestamp of that updated time will be inserted in the register date. And PHP MySQL insert multiple records. How to we insert the multiple record? We'll check the $con multi underscore query and that SQL. Okay, that string multiple query string will be passed. We can this multiple query string separated by the semicolon. $con multi underscore query MySQL underscore multi underscore query $con and SQL. These are the procedural and these are the object oriented MySQL oriented. In the next we'll check server name, localhost, username, password and MyDB name. We will check in the PDO multiple queries, and then it's try block same connection new PDO MySQL host is equal to server name semicolon DB name is equal to DB name all in the code comma username password. Here is the set the error mode for the execution. $con set attribute PDO $ATR AR error mode comma PDO error mode exception attribute error mode and error mode exception attribute error mode and error mode exception that will be that's it attributes will be set. Begin the transaction for the $con begin transaction, then $con execute that queries multiple queries insert, then second query execute, third, then $con commit, then echo the new record will be created successfully. If any exception, that will be catch in PDO exception rollback the transaction if something is paid $con rollback. That will be all data will be rolled back. Here is echo error and that error message $8 message. Here for the multiple queries we use the $con begin transactions and execute, then commit. Begin transaction, commit, and if any error occurs, then we will roll back. Connection object null close. Also we will check the prepare statement in MySQL. Okay, prepare and bind statement $con prepare and that query we are pass only in the values we using the question mark. Here is the three parameters, therefore we use the three parameters then statement bind underscore params. Then here is for the all the string, therefore we will use yes, therefore and comma the three variable first name, last name and email. If there is number, then we use here integer or number. Set parameters and execute. Then we all the variable we pass the values John, Doe and that email, and then statement execute, that statement object, and then execute, that will be inserted in the table. Same add the next details and execute, more details and execute. Then new records is created successfully. Statement close, that statement will be closed. Statement created here, that or the using the prepare statement, then bind parameter, and then statement close, then connection close. Now we will check again, or we use the statement that using the connection we create the prepare statement. That statement object is created here, values, bind parameters, execute, then statement close, then connection close. Okay, same prepare statement we check in the PDO, prepare SQL and bind parameters. Also we have created a statement object $call prepare or insert into my guest first name, last name, email and values. Here we using, instead of question mark, we using the colon, first name, last name, email, whatever the name we are given here. Then we statement and bind parameters, first name, for that first name which variable will be set on that mentioned here, or last name, and for the email, that email variable. Then we insert a row by adding the that variable data, and statement execute, another data, execute, another data, execute. Then that record will be inserted in the video prepare statement. Okay, we will check again preview statement con prepare, insert into that only all the data, only be passing in the values, colon, that names, and then statement and bind parameter, all the separately, first name, last name and email. Then pass the variables and execute. Okay, then we check PHP MySQL select data. How do we select the data in the PHP MySQL? Results num rows, and then results page associate, that will return the number of rows, and that will use the data in the row, and that will be using, we are using the while loop or for loop, that use the row by row data. Also MySQL underscore num underscore rows, that will use the number of rows in procedure oriented to page the data. MySQL page associate result, here only page associate, and that will be result is passed, and the data given in the row. Also that will be using the for loop or while loop, that will give the row by row data. In PDO, that statement and page all data will be given. Here is printed record in the table, the class table rows extends equals to iterators at construct current date, begin children's, end children's, that will be iterator. Okay, and next point is same server name, local username, password, database, try connection new PDO MySQL colon host server name comma DB name is equal to DB name or encode comma username password. Set the attributes, that attribute error mode exceptions, and then prepare statement, select ID, first name, last name from my guest, and statement execute. This type of select query used for the prepare statement. So set the resulting array in associative result statements fetch mode PDO page associate.